Most folks know the name, but they don't know the man. Before the coonskin cap became a symbol, it was just something to keep my head dry in the Tennessee rain. In 1813, the woods weren't a playground. They were a graveyard. When the word came that the Creek warriors had struck at Fort Mims, I didn't join up for glory. I joined because a man don't sit by his fire while his neighbor's cabin is burning. I sharpened my knife, kissed my wife goodbye, and walked into the dark. They called me a scout. That's a fancy word for being the first one to die if you're careless. I spent months living in the shadows, reading the snap of a twig or the way the birds went quiet. I wasn't fighting an army in red coats. I was fighting the Red Sticks, warriors who knew the swamp better than I knew my own backyard. It was a war of ghosts. You'd feel eyes on you for miles and never see a soul. People think war is all bugles and charging horses. It ain't. It's hunger that gnaws at your ribs until you'd eat your own boots. It's the smell of gunpowder mixing with the rot of the swamp. I saw things at the Battle of Tallushatchee that still keep me awake when the fire burns low. We did what we were ordered to do, but victory has a bitter taste when you're digging graves in the frozen mud. I was just a woodsman who could shoot straight and find his way home. But in those woods, stories started to grow. They said I could grin a bear down from a tree or wade through a hurricane. I started writing it down, not for the history books, but so my kin would know I was a man of my word. Every notch on my rifle wasn't a boast, it was a scar. I walked out of those woods tattered and lean, but I walked out alive. The frontier changes a man. It tempers you like steel in a forge. My journey was just beginning, from the creek banks of Tennessee to the halls of Congress, and eventually to a place called the Alamo. But that's a story for another night. For now, remember this: be always sure you're right, then go ahead.